Know your role and shut your mouth, jabroni. Got that reference? We can be best friends forever. If you didn't, that's okay. We can learn together. In the age of the 25-year-old CEO, there's a lot of young people that live and work in the normal workplace that have this weird sort of sense of authority or entitlement just because they're on Instagram and they see somebody who's their own boss, or they know a brother-in-law or a second cousin who started up a tech company and they run the place and they're under 30. And it's just this weird kind of paradigm shift that's taking place where young people have this sense of entitlement that just because there are other young people that have leadership positions in the company, that automatically that they should have the same respect as those others. And it's a bit strange. So for example, I would never ever question my boss's decision making. I would never add a comment or an opinion to anything that they've decided upon, ever, not at all, unless they ask me for my opinion. In that case, I can talk for days. In fact, I can talk underwater. So I'll happily give my 2 cents if they ask me. But the point is, I'm not going to just stick my hand up like the annoying kid at the back of the classroom and just shout out, why I think maybe this is the wrong thing to do, or how I think we could do it better, or how I think we can do it differently. You're going to fall on deaf ears, and you're also soon going to become quite annoying. And it's quite, I guess, military-esque to just salute the superior and let them roll with what they're doing, but there is a way that you can cut through that and do it slightly differently to still add your 2 cents to the decision making and maybe get some clarity to the questions that you have. So instead of just shouting and spouting out opinions, I take more of a question route. I take my opinions and I form them into questions, and I ask those questions to my superiors. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I don't think that we do enough cold calling from our sales team, right? And I have that opinion of myself. I'm not just going to come out and say it. I actually ask my boss for a few minutes, and I've done this before as well because I've been bitten in the butt by spouting out my opinions. So I'll ask my boss for maybe 15 minutes, and I'll sit down with him and I'll ask him questions. Hey, I noticed that we do these things really, really well, and I know that we don't do too much cold calling. Is there a reason why? Have we ever considered doing cold calling like this? I've just read a paper that suggests that if we call it this time, we use a script for the first 30 seconds and we speak at a certain tonality, that our efficiency of cold calling goes up. What do you think of that? Have we ever tried it? And just asking questions around your opinion to ultimately get the answer. And one of 2 things happen. Either they tell you why things are the way they are, and then you go away with a lot more context and you feel a little bit more like you understand the business and the way it operates and you learn something. Or 2, you give the boss an idea and all of a sudden you're collaborating with them on a new idea that's going to transform the business and make it more efficient. So you end up being a bit of a hero there as well. At the end of the day, it's a win-win. And you're not that annoying person spouting an idea. You're coming in with well thought out, articulate questions. Ultimately, you're going to benefit from that 100%. So take your opinions, change them a little bit, make them questions, and ask those questions of your superior.